SCP-101, despite what you might want to say, is not a class to learn about SCP. It's actually a hungry bag. It's an anomalous bag that can eat almost anything. I remember being in college and moving into an apartment and flipping on a light switch near the sink that turned on a grinding mechanism, and I didn't know what to do. I'm a small town boy. Turned out it was a garbage disposal. I learned to love these things. The most amazing invention. Can you imagine your trash can just throwing away and destroying or eating everything that you threw in it? Never having to throw the trash? Never having to worry about odors? That would be great, huh? SCP Foundation is containing one of these things. We're going to react to it today. This one's by SCP Exposed. Make sure to head on over to their channel and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you like reaction videos. Make sure to subscribe to my channel as well. Let's get into this reaction.
Adam Williams got a call from his boss late in the evening.
All right.
Hey, Adam,
said his boss's voice over the phone.
I need you to head to Sri Lanka for me. There's a special
Sri
bag
Lanka?
I need you to collect.
A special bag?
What?
Adam replied in confusion.
What is your job?
Yeah, a bag. Come on, think of it as a special holiday. Sri Lanka is great. I'll cover all the costs.
What?
Just pick it up for me, will you?
That would be
Adam sighed.
weird, dude.
All right.
Your
When do I
boss
leave?
just calls you up.
Tomorrow morning.
The next morning, Adam boarded a private jet
I
and
don't
set
know,
off on his
boss.
journey to Sri Lanka.
What
It
happens if I
annoyed
say
him
no?
that his boss was making him fly all the way to Sri Lanka just to collect some special
What did
bag.
he do for a living? I
But
want to
he
know.
wasn't going to complain about the private jet. That
We know
was
what the
pretty
bag's
nice.
going to be all about.
When
Is
he
the bag going
arrived,
to eat
he
him?
was
Is what I
booked
want
into
to
a
know.
5-star hotel, which was by far one of the fanciest hotels Adam
Dang,
had
boss.
ever stayed in. He wasn't going to complain about that part either.
No.
Adam's boss called
I
him
like
again
nice
that evening
hotels,
and told
man.
him where to collect the bag, sending the location
All right.
and time. A limo pulled up to take
time,
Adam,
too.
and soon enough, he was
Bruh.
on his way to the
Limo as
designated
well?
location.
If you have people
Adam
over
couldn't
there,
understand
why
what was
didn't
so
they just ship it?
special about this bag that Adam had to fly over to Sri Lanka just to pick up.
Right.
Couldn't his boss have shipped it or something?
No, it
The
would have
limo
ate the
pulled to a
packaging.
stop and Adam stepped out. They were at a warehouse, somewhere rural, and a man was standing ominously to the side.
This is shady,
There was a
man.
crate beside him labeled Fragile. Adam walked over to the man, nodding a quick hello, then peered into the crate. There was the
Just
bag.
a handbag.
It was more of a satchel, not too big, but big
Right.
enough to hold a decent amount of belongings inside.
Almost like a purse
Its
or
material
a
was of a
duffel
yellow-brown
bag, huh?
shade, and it was zipped shut. Adam reached down to pick up the bag, but suddenly the man stopped him.
Wait.
No,
No.
use the crate,
Yeah.
he said. Adam
You don't want to
scoffed.
hold this thing.
I think I'll manage, he said.
Adam.
Ignoring the man, Adam lifted the bag straight out of the
Thing is
crate
just gonna
and
bite him.
carried it into the limo. He asked the driver to head off.
Does it eat?
What Adam
like,
didn't notice was
what
the
gets put
look
in it?
of pure terror left on the man's face.
The way he's
Maybe
looking
if
at
Adam
it.
had seen that, he would have still been alive today. Adam called
Adam
his boss
died?
as soon as he returned
It
to
did
the
eat
hotel.
him.
I got
Wait,
the
wait,
bag,
wait, wait.
said Adam over the phone.
I got the bag, boss.
His boss sounded nervous.
Good, good. You guard that bag with your life. Got it?
Adam sighed.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Adam's
All
flight
right.
was that night, and as soon as he returned to the hotel, he had a shower. He left the bag on the bed. Surprisingly, the bag was quite heavy, but he didn't open it out of respect. It would be impolite
Yeah.
to search through another person's belongings.
But man,
When Adam
curiosity
returned out
would
of
have
the shower,
killed
he
me.
thought he noticed something different. The bag seemed to have moved and was now laying on its side.
Wait.
Adam also noticed that the
There's no
bag only
covers.
had one pillow instead of two. That was strange.
The bag's
For a
gonna eat the
hotel of
bedding.
this high rating, Adam would have expected better conditions. He didn't think too much of it though,
My
since
Strange
his flight
Addiction
was soon.
episode
and
number
so
2.
Adam picked up the bag, grabbed his stuff, and headed out. Back in the limo he
God,
went
dude.
with his belongings and that
This is
special
silly,
bag.
yo.
The limo dropped him off at the airport, and within an hour, Adam was already sitting comfortably in the private jet. There was no one else on the plane, apart
Dang,
from the pilots,
boss.
of course, and the bag.
I bet
It
his
sat
pay
next
rate
to
is
him on the
high.
seat. There was something about the bag that sent shivers down Adam's spine, but he couldn't figure out why.
Maybe it's in it.
The plane
You might
started
be
to move,
transporting a
and
hand.
then it set into takeoff. Adam
There's no
glanced
way
out
I'd
the
do
window
that.
as
What
they
if it was
flew
a human
higher
hand?
and higher into the air. The city lights becoming smaller and smaller below them. The plane rattled silently
like
as
to
it
watch
broke through a cloud,
as I'm,
and then they leveled
happy
out into
flying,
a smooth
too.
flight. things were fine.
Then I close it
Soon,
and relax.
Adam would be home, and his boss would probably give him a bonus for the trouble of picking up this bag.
I mean, he already put you up
And
in a
then
5-star
everything
hotel.
went terribly wrong.
Limos,
Adam
private
went to
jets.
the bathroom. He heard a noise behind him and saw that the bag had fallen onto the floor. Must have been the turbulence, thought
No.
Adam, and he closed the door behind
You
him
just
in the
gonna
bathroom.
leave the bag, guard
He was
it with
about
your
to
life,
zip down his
but
pants
don't
when the
take
plane
the bag.
gave a sudden lurch. Then the pilot's voice sounded in the speakers.
This is a crash landing. I repeat,
What
a
the-
crash landing.
The bag done ate.
Your seat and buckle up.
The bag done ate a
Adam
hole in the
couldn't
plane.
believe this was happening. He burst out of the bathroom and ran straight to his seat. Through the windows, he could see that the engines were on fire.
Oh my
In the
God.
side of the
The
plane,
bag
a
done
giant
ate the
hole had
engines.
appeared, as if it had been eaten through. Beside the hole, the bag sat beside it.
Oh.
Adam did a quick scan of his surroundings. They were crash landing. By
Oh
the
my
looks
God.
of the plane,
The
they
cabin
probably
pressure would be
wouldn't
all over the
survive.
place.
He
He
tried
wouldn't
to
be able to
search for
look around
anything
like
that
that.
could save him and spotted a parachute hanging in the storage compartment.
Oh.
While the plane
Just-
rattled and shook,
It is a
Adam
private
grabbed
jet.
the parachute,
It's not like
and
it's
without
Delta
really thinking
Airlines,
about it,
right?
he grabbed the bag too. He lifted the
It's not a
parachute
product
onto his
sponsor,
shoulders
by the
and
way.
jumped out of the giant hole in the plane. Suddenly, he was free falling. He didn't want to look up at the plane in case
This
he
is
started to
so
spin in the air.
ridiculous.
Suddenly, he reached back and tried to pull at the strings of the parachute. Finally,
watch
the
that bag,
parachute
boy.
opened up and his free fall turned into a slow glide.
Uh-huh.
He was alive. He was
Not for
going to
long.
make it. He couldn't believe it.
The bag's
Adam
fit to
still
bite
held
and watch.
tightly onto the bag. His boss
can
had better
see it.
give him a promotion after all the effort he put into getting this bag. He could have died. But then, suddenly, something inside the bag started
The
to
bag's
move.
hungry, boy.
It looked like there was some sort of a creature or something inside it. Adam yelped with fear, and then the zipper at the top of the bag opened by itself. It opened
Teeth.
up, revealing a hole resembling a monster's mouth with razor-sharp teeth and a long tongue that whipped out at him. Adam screamed,
Oh my
struggling
God.
midair,
Dude, throw the
and
bag.
suddenly, the
The
bag
hell with the
attacked
promotion.
him and bit at his shoulder.
Oh!
He screamed even louder this time, and suddenly he was falling again,
That looked-
faster. A part of his brain recognized that his arm had been chewed off.
Oh my
by the
God!
bag.
It just ate
He
its whole
fell to the
arm.
ground, and in the last few seconds of his life, Adam
he's gonna
cursed
bleed
his
out.
stupid boss for putting him in this situation.
Oh,
Then, Adam died as he met the ground.
Poor Adam.
SCP-101
Sri
was found a
Lanka.
few days later. Adam's
Bags.
boss was able to locate the plane crash and thus find SCP-101. Adam's body was also found at the same time,
Of course.
already long dead.
Yeah, without an arm.
SCP-101 is now contained in the sub-basement 02 of Site 19. Inside of a standard fireproof document lockbox within
Yeah?
a reinforced concrete room of standard facility size.
Okay.
It has been concluded that the plane's crash was as a result of SCP-101
Yeah.
chewing into the wires and machinery of the plane, causing a malfunction that resulted in loss of control. SCP-101 is not externally mobile. However, internal
Right.
movement can result in movement on the exterior
Okay,
surface.
so it can move a little bit
Further
because it's like
experimentation found
trying to
that
fight stuff.
SCP-101 was able to intake a range of matter, including, but not limited to, paper product, sewage, cafeteria refuse, metals, polymers, oils, and other products
a
which are
trash
not
can,
consumable
man.
by any known biological
that's
entity.
the best trash can I can think
Scientists have
of.
agreed that SCP-101 is ideal for the disposal of
Radioactive
hazardous
stuff?
wastes and
Yeah.
byproducts of other SCP-related projects. Some scientists
Wow.
object to this method, despite the confirmation for the continuation of this project. As of record, SCP-101 has caused injuries to 10 individuals and taken the life of 3 innocent people,
Wow.
including Adam Williams. The other
Poor
2
Adam.
casualties have been investigated. Sarah Johnson, a past teacher from 10 years ago, is suspected to be one of the 3 victims.
Poor
Witnesses
Sarah.
report last seeing her carrying a yellow bag and heading home. When she missed out on a whole week of work, authorities headed to her home and found she was missing.
Yep.
They have concluded
got
she
eaten.
is most likely deceased.
Yeah.
Although the causes are
Or
unknown.
digested.
The yellow bag people reported to have seen her carrying was not found at her house, nor in the vicinity.
I wonder how it
Amy,
gets
a
around.
young
if
girl,
it
is
can't
another
really move
suspected
well.
victim of SCP-101.
Or do people just
She was
find
reported missing at a mall by her parents, but she was never found again.
She
Her
got
parents
eaten
claim
too.
the last they saw her was
Poor
in the
baby.
baggage area of the mall, where multiple bags were displayed on sale.
Oh
Old
God!
photos of this crime scene, SCP-101,
Before
can
you
be
go bag
identified
shopping,
sitting on a shelf in the
Be
background.
careful, y'all.
Investigators have concluded that Amy was most likely consumed by SCP-101.
It ate her.
Although this is not known to the public, of course.
Wow.
Officially,
not.
both Amy and Sarah Johnson are still missing, most likely deceased, of unknown causes. SCP-101 is a definite danger to society. Its origins are unknown. Its age is unknown. However, fibers from apparel that have been dated back to the 15th century have been found
Wow.
on SCP-101's exterior.
It's been a while.
Therefore,
then.
it appears SCP-101 may be over 600 years old.
Okay.
Researchers suspect SCP-101 may be able to alter the appearance of its exterior to suit its time period, as a yellow rucksack would be an unsuitable cover in, for example, the 1800s.
Yeah.
However,
pretty much.
the information collected on SCP-101 is still extremely unfinished due
Right.
to a lack of data on SCP-101.
And a fear of being eaten by it while examining it. That was a silly SCP. We needed a good laugh with everything that's going on in the world right now. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. SCP Exposed. Make sure to check them out, as well as a couple other videos that I reacted to here. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.